I think I was just very disheartened by the rejection.
Millie Bobby Brown reveals she almost quit acting after being rejected by Game of Thrones. The Stranger Things star was on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, where she opened up about not being selected for the hit HBO series, saying she was disheartened by the rejection.
I think I was just very disheartened by the rejection, which is something that I tell everyone is like, this industry is it's just full of rejection 24/7.
It really is.
Yeah, I feel like you do get far more. I mean, you get no's, a lot of no's before you get a yes. And I was auditioning for commercials for anything really. I then auditioned for Game of Thrones and I got a no for that. And then that's kind of when I was like, oh, this is really difficult. And I guess I really wanted that role.
The 16-year-old went on to lay in the role of Eleven in Stranger Things, which launched the young actress to superstardom. Most recently, she stars in Netflix's Enola Holmes, opposite Henry Cavill. Access Hollywood recently chatted with Henry about the film, who spoke about working with Millie.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this. I really, really want to see what everyone thinks. I think obviously the movie is a wonderful feel-good movie, but the messaging in it is really, really important and I think essential for today's times. And so I'm looking forward to seeing what everyone thinks. I think it's accessible to everyone, and I can't wait to get the read off the younger generation, because this is for them. This is to empower them.
What do you think that they'll take from this? Again, like you said, the message is very strong and it is for the young people, but what specifically do you want them to know, especially with Enola Holmes in that forefront?
I want them to know that it's about self-belief. It's about empowerment. It's obviously female empowerment. It's definitely there. The very fact that it's Enola and we're talking about Victorian eras, it was an extreme time for equality and the changes in social politics. But the message, as well as female empowerment, is personal. It's about the individual. It's about all of us who are living in a place in our own heads and hearts where we think we might not be accepted, or that we have to do a certain thing to be accepted, or we have to do that job, or if we don't do that job, then we're going to be ostracized. And it's the opposite. Life should be about finding who you are, find the inner spark, that soul, that fire, and cultivating it. It's all about believing in yourself and as an individual, no matter what that is. And that is the message which I think is so important, especially for the youth of today, who all we have is very confusing messaging when it comes to things like social media and the things that we want to present on social media, and how they're not actually true reflections of ourselves. And so it's really important to find those true reflections and find what they are and cultivate them and show that to the world and believe in it and believe that it's a good thing.
If one word or two words could come to mind just to say the power of Millie Bobby Brown, what would they be?
Wow. Wow is one of them. That came out naturally. And charismatic. There's no one quite like her. She's extraordinary. She is both a 16-year-old and a 35-year-old at the same time, and she flip-flops between the two at her whim. And it's very confusing sometimes, because she'll be sitting there talking about an incredibly important emotional moment in a scene, and she's just come out of a scene and she's been crying or laying down an excellent performance. And then she'll switch over to talking about reality TV, Love Island, and TikTok videos, and trying to convince me to dance in a TikTok video for her, that kind of stuff. And so she was an extraordinary person to be around.